What's going on, team, and welcome back to another episode of the Ep.8 podcast. Episode 8, I believe. Episode 8, gunning down on that double figure episode. It's gonna be exciting once I get 10 done. Hopefully, they all churn out pretty easily. This one's a bit of a serious one, really. It's going to be about body image and self image, really, and how you see yourself. I just want to start off with, I am no expert. I'm not a psychologist, a psychiatrist, or any of the above. This is just coming from a coach's perspective and a trainer's perspective, and someone that's been in the whole fitness scene for a while, and just learning people as I go through, and learning on the job, instead of obviously doing years and studying through degree and masters and PhD and all that shit. So just want to get that out. I'm not an expert at this. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm just here just to throw my opinion on the matter. So body image and it kind of plays hand in hand with body dysmorphia. Obviously, you see it a lot in the bodybuilding scene, where when is big enough or when is lean enough, and that's fine. Like, it's like saying when is fast enough for the 100 meters, or when is strong enough for the Olympic weightlifting. Like, if it's your sport and it's legitimately your sport, then fine. You're gonna go to those unhealthy levels. Like, do you think Usain Bolt was healthy when he broke the world record in Beijing 2008 Olympics? Probably not. Probably wasn't healthy. He was at his top performance, but he wasn't at his peak health. That's for sure. Same thing with Michael Phelps when he won his 8 Olympic goals in Beijing. Same thing with Lasher when he snatches 216, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember exactly. They're not going to be at their peak health, and it's okay to maximize for your peak performance if you can disassociate yourself from it. If you can literally take yourself out of that situation and be like, right, I'm going to look this way for like a very, very short period of time, whether it is a couple hours, whether it's a couple of days, or whether it is literally just for your wedding. You don't have to obviously compete in the sport of in bodybuilding to get to those levels, whether it's size, whether it's strength, or whether it's levels of leanness, lean body fat, or lean body mass, and reducing the levels of body fat. But you need to be able to take yourself away from that situation and be okay with not keeping there, not staying there. Like, you're not going to it's not going to be sustainable to sit around 3% body fat, 4% body fat. You do get those absolute freaks that can sit around at 5, 6, 7, 8% body fat, and that's fine. That's their genetics. They are comfortable. They're healthy. Their libido's good. Their blood work is absolutely fine, and that's wicked. That's in the fitness scene, they've hit the lottery when it comes to genetics. But for the most of us, we can't sit there. We can't sit there absolute dick skin, where you can literally see someone's heartbeat through their chest because they're so lean, but then they're holding on to so much size. Like, there are very, very few individuals that can do that clean in the world. And obviously, if you do it with a little bit of help, fine. If that's what you want to do, and you're doing it for aesthetic purposes, and you're not taking away, you're not signing up to a competition that says you should be drug free, then you fucking crack on. If you're doing it in a healthy way and that's what you want to do, fine. Everyone's got freedom of speech and freedom of choice. You choose whatever you want to do. But for those people that can and obviously do it clean and don't have any help, you've got to be able to take yourself away. For example, especially where I'm from, back in the northwest, a lot of lads want to get like dick skin lean when they go to Ibiza for the summer, or they go to Magaluf, or they fucking go to whatever's popular that year or that generation, and they get fucking shredded. Sup bra and the whole Ziz sort of culture, and
they all get absolutely dick lean, and they think that's what women want. And fine, if you wanted to do that for your holiday, then wicked. But you need to be able to understand you're not going to walk around like that all year round. And especially if you want to try and gain strength or grow in size, that's not going to fucking happen if you're walking around with a shredded, absolutely dick skin six pack with striations in your ass crack. Like that's not going to happen. A lot of it is comparing yourself to other people, whether it is on the street, whether it is through social media, or whether it is in movies or anything like that. We all know movie stars use a little bit of help to prepare for the role, and they're paid to do it, and they've got obviously doctors to help them out, and that's fine. Obviously, not everyone does it, and I'm not calling anyone out or anything like that, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I'm just saying to be able to compare yourself to someone else who's in a completely different situation than you and has a completely different set of genetics is not the best of things to do, because it can play in the back of your mind and it can stay there and it can start causing a little bit of negative thoughts towards yourself, which then affects your whole self-image. So it goes from the physical shell to who we are as people, and we bring so much more to the table than just our physical shell. Like, I'm pretty sure every single person listening has seen someone on the street, on social media, on telly, or whatever. I had an encounter with someone who is absolutely fucking banging. I mean, a 12 out of 10, absolute goddess or god, and looks like they were carved out of pixie dust. But then as soon as they open their mouth, they piss you off something rotten, and they're actually a fucking asshole. I'm pretty sure everyone has encountered someone like that. So it just shows that physical outer shell is not everything. You know, what's those nuts that the monkey nuts? Like, you don't eat the shell, the monkey nuts. You crack it open and you eat the nut inside. Obviously, that's not the best of analogies when it comes to human beings, but people have more to give than just their body, and to be able to compare yourself to other people who are in different situations, and different training history, different jobs, different stress levels, they train differently. It's, in my opinion, it's not the best of things to do, because it can come back and haunt you, and you start thinking negatively about yourself. No matter where you are along this journey, like, we're all on this same fucking journey, and you should be able to stand up in the morning, look yourself in the mirror and think, I'm fucking proud of you, because you are doing something that's going to get you somewhere that you want to be, or get you further down the line that you want to go down. Instead of scrolling through your phone in the morning and just think, oh fuck, Steve Cook, he's got a beautiful set of arms, or Bradley Martin, he's got a nice set of, nice chest, or fucking Steffi Cohen can lift so much more than me. Like, they obviously eat differently, train differently, have played different sports, have different genetics, are in a different environment, have different jobs. Everything is different, so it's going to mold that person into something different. So in fact, something that I did before I moved to New Zealand was actually an awesome little, I don't want to call it a ritual, but a morning routine that I did that literally set me up for the day, and I was so much more productive by doing it. And because I was productive, it helped me mindset out, and I was so much more positive, and I could run. I felt like I could run on less sleep, less hours of sleep, because I was a lot happier and cheerier, and everything was just elevated, and probably because my serotonin and my endorphins were through the roof. But what I did was, I woke up in the morning, I didn't look at my phone, I get some water in me straight away, have me like fish oil and my greens, just to look after your health. I do like 15 minutes of standard mobility, just working through my ankles, my hips, my back, my shoulders, my lats, my neck, just making sure everything's nice and open. And then I just used to read 6 pages. It doesn't matter what book it was. Like, at the moment, I'm reading Jordan B. Peterson, 12 Rules for Life, an anecdote to chaos. An antidote to chaos, bloody hell. as you can probably tell, it takes me a while to read. I end up reading words that aren't even there and go back and have to read it again. Maybe because I'm multitasking and I'm a bloke, I can't do that. But yeah, I've read, Talk Like Ted. I've read the James Kerr legacy about the All Blacks. I've read psychology books. I've read fucking fitness books. Like you name it. Like just read something that I'm gonna learn. Some sort of non-fiction, and that really set me up for the day because all those activities, getting up, doing a little bit of mobility, hydrating, getting some vitamins and minerals on board, reading, that is nowhere near my phone. So I'm setting my mindset before I allow any external factors to come in and start setting it for me. And that really helped. It just took half hour, and it was just half an hour away from my phone, and I could wake up and I could think, right, okay, Alex, this is how I want to attack this day. This is how I want to take this day down. This is the way I want to approach this day, and whatever. And I can start to put in place the next things I want to do, and the next things I want to do, and the next things, and the different orders that I want to take the day on. Instead of just looking at the phone, wasting half an hour or wasting 15 minutes, and then allowing that to dictate my mindset going forward. So that's a little morning routine that I used to do, and hopefully you can try it out, and if you like it, awesome. And if you find a book that you like, ping it over to me, and I'll definitely give it a go. I've got a big long list of books that I want to read, but I'm definitely trying to make myself read a lot more. This will be, if I get this done by the end of December, that'll be 12 books this year, and that's probably about 3 times the amount of books I've ever read in my life. So that I can look myself in the mirror and think, you know what, kid, I'm proud of myself. So that's awesome. And that leads quite nicely into a quote that I posted on Instagram the other day. I think it was yesterday. That I saw. It was of let me find this fucking thing. It was off a Banksy picture, and it basically says it's be with someone that makes you happy. But then it was with a woman holding a child with a spray can, and she's crossed out the word with and underlined the word you. So it says be someone that makes you happy, and that's so true. If you don't make yourself happy, how can you expect other people to make you happy? And how can you make other people happy if you're not? And you're not making you happy. And that's something that my mum always said to me as a kid. It's like, you have to sort you out first, and you have to make sure you're happy first before you start helping other people. And it's so true. And for me, that's owning my mornings. I have to get up and own that morning. Whatever I need to do, I just set my mindset and set the day of, I get up, I get some water on board, I take a piss, I clean my teeth, I do a bit of reading, I do a little bit of stretching, I'll go for a run, I'll go for a walk. Any of those little routines that I've done, for me, it does. Even if I'm taking the morning class that starts at 5:30, I want to get there half an hour early to make sure everything's pristine and spot on for when members come in. So I'm there from 5 o'clock in the morning. And that means, I need at least half an hour to wake up before I'm there. So that's 4:30. And if I want to do my morning routine to set my mindset to make sure I'm giving the best package forwards and being the best person I can in that day, then it's going to have to be another half hour. So that'll be 4 a.m. I'll have to get up. And so be it. Like, I'd much rather get up at 4 a.m. And yeah, obviously, I'm not going to be the most pleasant of person to talk to at 4 a.m. and no one else is around, which is great. So I can be a grumpy little asshole as I'm waking up just to myself. But if it takes me getting up at 4 a.m. to set my morning and to set my mindset to then move forward and be a better person throughout that day and provide better things and be a bit more positive and in turn look more positive on myself, then so fucking be it. Like, get up out of bed 5 minutes early and do a little bit of stretching. Go for a fucking walk. Read a bit of your book. Like, have 2 pints of water before you have your morning coffee. It's just these little things where you own your morning and the day is less chaotic. You can everything's a lot more structured, and you end up being so much more productive. And I know for me, another thing is like I get fucking tired in the evening. Once I've had my evening meal, which is my tea. A lot of people, obviously, a lot of you guys will call it your dinner, but we call it our tea. So once I've had my tea, I'm fucking tired. Like I want to lie down. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to work out. I don't want to work. Like my brain's fucked. My body's knackered. Like I'm tired. I'm sore. Like I don't want to do shit. So if I didn't get up in the morning and do something, then I'd be one of the laziest motherfuckers on the planet because I ain't doing anything in the evening. So I've got to get up. I've got to own it, and I've got to set my day. So then I can look at myself in a positive self-image, and instead of allowing all these other factors to come in and start dictating the way I feel about myself, I'm getting up, I'm owning it, and I'm doing shit that I want to do to move forward and to be better at my job, to be better as a friend, to be better as someone to look up to be better as an athlete, to be better fucking skill in reading and whatever, to be better at housework. It doesn't matter, just to become a little bit more well-rounded of it as a human. And that's what I have to do. And if you don't want to do your a morning ritual, quote unquote, then don't do a morning routine. Just some people thrive off chaos, but I know for a fact I'm not like that, and I need a little bit more structure, and I need to structure it a little bit more, and I need to do things that I need to get done to sort my head out so it isn't chaotic. It's chaotic up there because everyone's guilty of it. You might see something, and you get a little bit anxious of it, or someone who is suffering from anxiety. Things get a little bit chaotic upstairs, and it's like you're juggling 15 balls with two hands, and suddenly a wind comes and the balls start blowing everywhere. You're like, shit, I'm going to drop it all. What's going on? How do I get him? Fuck, 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 fuck. And it's just about trying to calm it down with in a world that we're exposed to everything, which is great, like, which is absolutely awesome. But we have to be able to manage that upstairs, and that's why it's the birth and the increase of these meditation practices and yoga and more stretching and hopefully more reading. I can't say I was always into my books, but hopefully I will keep this, or I definitely will, touch wood, keep this going, so I can learn more. So yeah, that was just quite a large tangent of basically being able to take control of your morning, so you can take control of your own self-image and how you view yourself as a human being. We're not just these physical creatures that can or cannot do a muscle up, or can or cannot do a 200 kilo snatch, who cannot do a sub 2 hour marathon. Like, it's fucking cool, and I absolutely love the physical attributes of humans. And it goes back to, I think it was Socrates, that said, it's sad that a man can grow old and not find out his true physical potential. Or that was obviously paraphrased. I can't remember it word for word. And it might not be Socrates, it might be Aristotle, but anyway, it was one of those very, very wise individuals. And for me, that's something that will unlock your potential. That's the way I think. And if I don't do this, then I wouldn't have moved to the other side of the world. I wouldn't have started a podcast. I wouldn't have started an online business. I wouldn't have. I would have still been I've still been in Salford, in Manchester, in the northwest of England, probably working as a labourer, because that's all that working class people do, and I would have stayed there. But no, like, I didn't want to do that, and I had to set my morning. And I had to keep working forward and keep chipping away until you finally create a sculpture. That goes to what Arnold was saying. The body is literally just like a canvas, and he's just chipping away and trying to carve it into a masterpiece. And I just want to give you a quote that is it's from one of my favourite human beings of all time. I would have loved to have met him. one of the greatest motivational speakers, period, called Les Brown. And he says the wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard. And it's so true. It's basically so many goals, dreams, aspirations, ideas were taken with people. They never had the guts, they never had the balls to say, you know what, I believe in myself. I have a great deal of self-belief that I'm going to fucking try. And if I fail, I fail, but I'm going to keep fucking trying. And a lot of people don't. It's really sad. And, you know, they'll die and they'll take those ideas with them. And if everyone who had an idea would have made it happen, or at least tried, we would be so much further than where we are now. And people think it's impossible until it's done, right? So what I'm trying to say is, without being too morbid, is you wanna go to the graveyard with empty pockets and a full heart. So you have literally exhausted everything you could have done on this earth, this planet, and then, you know, gone on to the next if that's what you believe, or reincarnated if that's what you believe, or whatever. But you want to be able to be the best you can be by not allowing your self-image to hinder that and to cap your potential, which in a roundabout sense goes back to body image and self-image. Like, it's all about how you perceive yourself in a mirror. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying being egotistical and a narcissistic cunt. Don't get me fucking wrong, because they are the most annoying human beings on the planet. Full of an ego, think they're the shit, think they were literally have golden balls between their legs, and they were carved out of God's anus. Like, no. I'm just saying, have a little bit more confidence, and if you believe in something and you truly want to do something and you want to change your life, then fucking go for it. And people that hold you back and people that will express themselves negatively towards that goal or towards that dream or aspiration, then fuck them off. It doesn't matter who they are. If they're family, see them less. If they're friends, get them out. Like, just work for it, and think of yourself a little bit more positively. You know, get up in the morning, be proud of where you are on this journey. Don't be satisfied. You know, if you're satisfied, you'll settle. We don't want to settle, because 5 years time you'll be in exactly the same seat as you are now. So be proud of yourself, but don't be satisfied. Hopefully, all that makes sense. You've probably understood how these are gonna go. I just ramble on like a fucking idiot. But that's a little bit about self-image and body image and how it can potentially limit where you're gonna go in the future. So if you take everything back, strip it all back to your morning routine and getting that nailed and owning your mornings, then you might be able to look at yourself a little bit more positively and conquer a little bit more goals that you wanted to do. And it just starts day by day. You don't take it week by week or month by month or year by year or goal by goal. You take it fucking day by day, trust me. And some of those days, you take it morning by morning. And even the bad days, you take it hour by hour. Like, we've all had it. Take it hour by hour. Don't try and rush things. You'll get there. Don't you worry. Hopefully that helped, guys. Any questions, always get in contact. You can find me on AT Coaching on Facebook, or Alex Thomas Fit at Instagram. It should come up as the handle AT as well. So you can always just ping me a direct message on that if you've got any questions. And also, if you've got any topics you want me to chat some shit about, then by all means just ping me over a topic and I'll chat some shit on it. Yeah, guys, it's been a fucking pleasure as always. Have a fucking great day. Own your mornings, so then you can look a little bit more positively and look at the day a little bit more positively with a mindset, and make sure your self-image is high as a kite. Don't let anything look at yourself in a negative way. You're the one who's working hard. You're the one who's going forward. And if you're not, don't be a lazy cunt. Get off your fucking ass and do it. So guys, that's me. Take it easy. I'll see y'all soon.